welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, I hope you are having a good, morning, evening, afternoon, night, dusk, dawn, whenever you're watching this. We are here. This is a reading vlog. Woo! So basically, I'm kind of just like filming me reading a couple books and looking at like a couple books that I want to finish before the week is out. So I only have 2 books on my list. That's it. That's the goal. I'm trying to finish Eternal Ruin and Accomplice to the Villain. So right now I'm about like half-ish way through Eternal Ruin. I started it like at the end of last year. Sometime like maybe in December. I think I started at the beginning of December and I just didn't finish reading it, so I'm trying to get this finished sooner rather than later. The clip you already saw of me reading was like from one of my earlier reading sessions. I've already read 53 pages today. We're gonna see if I can get at least another 47 done today. The goal is to read like 100 pages a day, but I really want to get this finished this week so I can move on to my other books. I think this has put me in the tiniest bit of a reading slump, not because it's good, it's amazing. If you haven't read Immortal Dark, you need to, because it's absolutely amazing. This is the second part of the trilogy, second book of the trilogy. First one's Immortal Dark. It's more so the characters are just stressing me out a little bit. Our main character, Kyrah, love the girl to bits and pieces. I support her rights and her wrongs. The issue is she's making a good amount of wrongs, so I'm a little stressed about it. But we're trying to work through that and finally finish this book. And then I want to read Accomplice to the Villain in like a day. I'm like on the fence about this one. I feel like I'm kind of getting a little bit bored of the series as a whole. I'm kind of getting sick of that, like, will they, won't they, do they love each other? Like, yes, they do, but they both think that they don't, and I feel like I'm gonna corrupt her, and da. It's getting a little annoying, and I'm getting a little frustrated. So I told myself I'll read it if I can read it in a day, maybe 2, just because I'm off a break now, like off of Christmas break. So 2 days to read this one, which I think is so feasible and so possible. Yeah, so then I can move on to The Will of the Many. But that's kind of the goal for this reading vlog. We've already gotten started in here. Other things I want to do, I think I want to work on, I don't have it near me, I literally just moved it. I'm working on knitting a beanie. It's going. Yeah, things were knit. Yeah, things were knit. I also have some studying I need to get done, and I might go to a coffee shop later this week, just to see if I can find a new place to kind of just, like, sit down, study, and hang out. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see where this week takes us. I will see you guys, though, when I start reading. Okay, I got a microphone. So I'm reading this. There's gonna be spoilers. The dichotomy between Susanos and Gideon. The whole dynamic of, like, you know, immortality versus mortality, them being in the Adain house versus out of it. Crazy. It's crazy. It's so juicy. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's good. This is good. I am stressed for the rest of this, but I do have 40 pages left to finish today, so. Hello, hi. Excuse the quality of the video and probably like the audio of the video. I don't know what YouTube video I'm putting this in, but I got a Tamagotchi uni today. Cue the little photo shoot I did with me and my uni. Cue the Tamagotchi I never thought I was gonna get because I thought they were like discontinued forever. Turns out they were selling them on Amazon. Paid way too much for this. Way too much. But introducing my two Tamagotchis. So this is my Paradise, which I got like months ago. And here's my uni, which is new. So we're gonna unbox it together. Look at the back. Look, there's like so many things you can do. I'm so excited. So basically, from my understanding, the difference is, so for this one, you can like raise a whole slew of Tamagotchis and like have them all together on your little world, like called Tama World, right? I forgot what I named mine. But yeah, so that's this. And I have, I guess I should show off probably where I got everything. So we have, you know, the Tamagotchi itself I got from when they did the US tour. I have this little bag, which I got from Daiso, this holder, which I also got from Daiso, this Tamagotchi keychain, which I got from the Tamagotchi event, which I got my Paradise, and then this Luffy keychain, which I got at the box lunch near the Tamagotchi event, where I got this one. We're seeing a pattern. Amazon. Let's get into it. Yo, I was real worried that this was gonna be like fake. That it wasn't gonna be like real, but like the box looks so real and everything, so we're gonna hope it is. Oh, and I don't think I ever mentioned it. I think the vibe behind the uni is its color. The Paradise is also in color, but this one is in color, but you're like raising one Tamagotchi and you get to focus on it, kind of like in the original or like in a connection type one. So yeah, and you can like dress it up and dress up its little home and things like that. So oh, they got her taped up good. Things that it came with, it's like you can put it on a watch basically. So like imagine you're a child and like you and your friends just got matching Tamagotchi unis and you're wearing it, so I could like pop, well obviously there's the Tamagotchi uni and you could like pop your uni in there. This, I'm probably gonna go and find another thing to hold this, so then I could attach it to my keychain with my Paradise, so they're just together. And then thankfully these things are rechargeable, don't have to worry about batteries. So here's the charging cord, which I was like, I have we can charge you over here. Okay, she's plugged in. Ooh, I'm like scared to turn her on. Actually, why am I being told to comply with airline regulations when I use this device? I mean, I know why, but that's crazy. You know, it would be really cool if like Tamagotchis could like interact across devices. Like, obviously, if you have like a Tamagotchi connection and another Tamagotchi connection, they can just connect. Or like if you have two paradises or know someone with a paradise, you can just connect them. But I mean, like, too bad my uni can't connect with my paradise, because that would be cool. And also, I'm not in the mood to own like multiples of the same one. Anyway, I read the instructions. It said to charge for 2 hours before use. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll get back to you when I start it, maybe, kind of. Hope, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, see you later. Okay, we're back. It's the next day now, talking about Eternal Ruin. I've read like 46 pages today, so I still have a good 52 left, which I can so finish. It's just 10 more chapters. I'm really lucky that like each 10 chapters lands like very nicely. I'm gonna be so real. I was thinking about this earlier and like what I was gonna say. And I don't know why. Anytime I film a YouTube video, like my mind becomes like a monk. It's like thoughts empty, mind clear, head empty, no thoughts, no commentary. But I promise you next week, when I'm probably not going to be filming most of the week, I'm probably just going to be all like yip yap, yip yap, yip yap, da 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 da. So we'll see how this goes, but so far, love the book. I don't know if you've seen it in like the past clips of me reading. Part of why it takes me a while to read is because I stop every few pages to just react to what's going on the page. So much is happening. So much is happening. In like spoilers, because I want to talk about the book, right? Kadan she's finally getting her shit together, and I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. She's kind of like coming to the realization, like, hey, actually, when I have power, it turns me into someone that I do not like, and I do not like this. Like her sister, June, who I still have beef with, kind of, sort of, went and like tried to kill her. Kadan was like, yeah, no, I can't do this. Like, because basically, okay, let's backtrack a little bit. So June was like, I'm gonna kill you, and then they got into like a little tussle, and then Kadan's like the stronger of the twins, so she goes, overpowers June, and she's like, actually, I can't, no, it doesn't matter how much like you hurt me and betray me and all these things, or at least that's what like it feels like and seems like right now. I can't let you turn me into a murderer. Like, I can't murder you, sorry. And she's like, go ahead, June, do it. And then June doesn't do it, and she like runs away. And I'm like, wow, self-reflection. She's really growing up. It's crazy. Anyway, Kadan, Susanos, their relationship, I have so many thoughts that it's too many thoughts for my brain to put into words. So all I can like coherently think is like, oh. It's just like a whole bunch of like screaming in my brain because I love them so much. Oh my god. And I'm so scared. I need them to like survive. Their relationship also truly, to me, is like an enemies to lovers. I never really understood the appeal to enemies to lovers until this book series, let me tell you. I feel like true enemies, like you are able to truly backstab each other. Y'all hate each other. There is hate. And that was them for a good while. And now they love each other because they're now lovers. And I love it. I'm eating it up. And I think it's unfortunately one of those things where I feel like I've read the pinnacle of enemies to lovers, so now I can never even attempt to read another enemies to lovers before, even though I don't think I've ever read enemies to lovers. so I can, like, this is it. This is my one and done. Never can read it again, because if it's not as good as this, then what's the point? And if you ever see me looking over here, it's because, like, I'm recording myself on my phone with the DJI Mimo app. Anyway, I need, like, more cameras to give, like, you know, like, side glances like I'm in the office or something. Anyway, even though it's just me. It's just me in these vlogs. Crazy. But yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's like, so it's multiple POV, and like someone that they kill in the first book, basically, comes back and has a POV in this one, and I was like, and I read his POV chapter, and I'm like, damn, forgive them, your friends love you. But then also it's kind of just all like, is it love if they did something selfishly for their own gain, even if like you wouldn't wanted them to have done it, you know? Great question. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts and feelings at the moment. I'm really loving how Kadan is like slowly finding herself and like finding the ways in which she kind of like is intertwined with her mother. I'm just remembering she promised to marry like someone else. And like I doubt that's gonna get like touched on in the rest of this book, because I literally have only like this much left. But that means it's gonna get touched on probably in the third book. Oh my god, what are they gonna do? This book has brought me to tears so many times. Now it's time for break time. In break time, we're gonna talk about drink choices and candle choices. Candle choices for the day. It's the citrus orchard candle that I got from probably TJ Maxx. It smells great. Bought it in college. Still haven't used it all. Drink. Peppermint tea. If you've made it this far in the video, let me know what you're drinking today. Yeah. I also picked my Tamagotchis up from daycare, the sitter, not too long ago, so let's check in on them. I'm always in awe. They're in this like little, it's supposed to be a nut bowl from Anthropology. These two Tamagotchis, these two, $100 worth of Tamagotchis. Insane, actually. But I love them, and I wanted a Tamagotchi connection, but then, like, these two are taking up all of my time and energy. Anyway, here's my Tamagotchi paradise planet, and here is my current my Tamagotchi paradise. It's an axolotl. Here is my Tamagotchi on my Tamagotchi uni. I think Merumechi, I believe, is his name. He's wearing this big old headdress that I got because it's huge. I don't know, I love it. I have like photos that I'll insert here of when it was a child and a teen wearing this, and it's absolutely adorable. Also found out that it's spoiled. Like, I have the spoiled character trait, because I guess each Tamagotchi on the uni has their own like personality, and mine is spoiled, and that just felt accurate to like me. Oh, but yeah, that's kind of it. And that was break time. Next time you see me, I'm probably gonna be reading or knitting. Maybe knitting. There's some YouTube videos that I want to catch up on. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it. Don't you just love it when you're talking to the camera and nothing gets recorded? So do I. Because I didn't press the record button. Anyway, let's see. Okay. What am I working on? I'm working on the Oslo hat. Basically, it's supposed to be like a beanie. I'll insert a picture of what it's supposed to look like. Um, but this is my current knitting project. It's going well. I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. It's hard. This is like my first official knitting project. I started learning how to knit. Oh no, losing stitches. Yeah, so it's going, as you can see. I think I'm just gonna fold it in half and move on to the next step. You know, it's a little hard because I don't even know if I'm using the right size needle. I had to buy a new size set of needles because what they don't tell you when you first start knitting is that when you use circular needles, that like the needle tips come in different sizes, and that depending on what you want to make, like if you want to make a bunch of sweaters or beanies and things, you probably want 4-inch needle tips, and I have 5 inches. So I had to buy a new needle. Didn't meet gauge the first time I did my swatch. Didn't make a second gauge when I sized up and bought new needles. So we're just going with the flow, hoping for the best. I'm gonna get some. No, I'm gonna finish this round, get more stitch markers, and go from there. But yeah, that's my knitting project so far. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing until I see you next time when I'm reading. So Kadon's never allowed any sort of happiness in her life. No joy, no pleasure, no, not a smile, because the moment she gets any sort of happiness, someone just gotta snatch it away from her like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, she didn't deserve this. She's deserved nothing. None of this. Nothing at all. Ugh, me and Slen beef on sight. If I ever see that girl, it is hands. These hands are rated E for everyone. Anyway, another 5-star read by Tigist Gurma. Absolutely amazing. You need to read the Immortal Dark series if you haven't. You know, it'll rip your heart out and tear it to pieces. As they say, love is the first enemy, death is the second. Yeah. Any sense of joy or happiness that Kadon had is now gone. And, you know, I was hoping that the third book was going to be like some sort of happy ending, but we just keep losing people. Loss and grief are both heavy themes we focus on in these books, along with like love, but like, oh my god, we just keep losing people. People just keep dying, people keep on going. So who knows? Who knows how the next book's going to end? Maybe everyone's going to die by the next book. Who knows? Not I. Anyway, absolutely loved and adored this. I love this book. I love all the parallels they have between characters, such as like Slen and Kadon, and I personally feel, I forgot her name, but the dean and her mother. Yeah, Kadon's mother. The dean and Kadon's mother, and like their friendships and like the parallels between like their two relationships and how that goes, the parallels with like Kadon and just so many other characters, kind of like the idea of like cycles and breaking cycles, and honestly all of the everything that comes along with that, the good, the bad, the ugly, the things that you didn't think of that might happen. It's amazing. I think this book's definitely set up so much for the next one. I think it's a trilogy, so the last one. I don't typically love second books in trilogies. To me, it's either the first or the last book that always holds my heart. This one stands so well in a trilogy, though. There's just so much setup and continuation. And, like, rolling back to my first thoughts, I feel like second books in a trilogy always kind of get not thrown to the wayside necessarily, but it's like they're the second book, so it's like we're ending some things, but we're also continuing other things, but also starting new things to then be wrapped up in the final book. And it's kind of just this continuous book. And so it's like, it's never my favorite when it comes to trilogies. I'm a first or last book type person. This one, I feel like, yes, it does continue things because, like, that's kind of what a second book is supposed to do. But everything still feels satisfying in it, nonetheless. You know, June, our beef has been put to the side for now. I think... Damn is all I gotta say. And I was thinking while I was at work and like finishing that, like the last, because it was the last 120 some odd pages, I was like, wow, I'm really gonna have to go from this to this. And that's nothing against this. It's just these are two very different vibes and love stories. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this vlog. I feel like I might have, how I'm kind of getting a little bit bored of this series. So I'm still in debate if I'm gonna read this, but I also have the last book, so I kind of just like want to read it and get it over with. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Because the idea was to finish this one in a day, which if maybe I can get halfway through and then finish the other half tomorrow, that is feasible. I also have a lot of time tomorrow. How many pages is this? I'll start some of it today, but yeah. So, 5 stars. Now on to the accomplice to the villain. Anyway. Good morning, guys. This is the last day of the reading vlog. And it's not even gonna be like a full day. It's more so just a kind of recap of what I've been doing since we last talked. I think when we last talked, I was starting Accomplice to the Villain. Yeah, made a whole decision DNFing the book. I think I'm gonna DNF the series as a whole. I got to chapter 2, and I think it's one of those things where it's one of those things where there are so many other books on my bookshelf that I am so much more excited about reading. And like, I could take the time and spend a couple weeks just reading this, like whenever, just to get it read. But like, I'm so much more excited about other things and I want to be able to focus on those. So I'm DNFing. It's kind of low-key a soft DNF. I may come back to it at some point later and finish reading the series just to kind of round it out. I read some spoilers because I was like, I don't even know if I want I want to read it. And like, it kind of felt like, oh yeah, I kind of predicted that like back in book 1. So I don't know, I'm on the fence about this one. But here it is, Accomplice to the Villain, DNF'd. I then decided to read Strange Houses by Uketsu, I believe is how you pronounce his name, and it's translated by Jim Rion. This is like a mystery thriller. It was really short. I finished it in a day, got it done. I liked it. It's very short and like to the point. It kind of like throws in a couple little twists and turns. I think if you want like a one-day mystery, it could be fun. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I am intrigued enough to read. I want to say it's Strange Pictures, which is the other book the author wrote, and then I want to say they're translating his other book, which is the second book in like this series, called Strange Buildings, and that's gonna come out in like February or March. I feel like the books are like so short that like I'm like, okay, like I'll get them and I'll read them, and like I'm intrigued enough to be able to like finish them. If they were any longer, I wouldn't like it. Anyway, I rated this one 3 stars. I don't know if I said anything. We'll come back. We'll do a whole recap at the end. And then, not this book vlog, but about to start The Will of the Many. So those are my reading plans, I guess. Recap for this week. Finished Eternal Ruin, 5 stars. If you have not read the Immortal Dark series, read it. Read it. Okay, DNF'd accomplice. Yes. DNF'd accomplice to the villain and finished Strange Houses 3 stars. So yeah, that's that. If you have made it this far in the video, hello. Drop like a book emoji in the comments and comment whatever you're currently reading or whatever you want to read next. And I will see you guys in the next video.